Caitlin Clark struggled as the Indiana Fever lost to the Las Vegas Aces 88-69 on Tuesday night. But at the same time, she once again broke records, even during a disappointing night. What could be her ceiling, and what does this loss mean for her and the Fevers? And next to this, she also received one of the best messages of her young career yet, but more on that later. First up, Clark broke another record when Indiana's game against Las Vegas drew 20,366 people to the T-Mobile Arena, the greatest WNBA attendance since 1999. During the fame in the T-Mobile Arena, Clark scored 13 points despite shooting only 4, 12 from the field and 7 from beyond the arc. She had 11 assists but also 6 turnovers and 5 fouls. Indiana was outscored by 19 points during her 37 minutes on the court. It was still a successful day for Clark overall, as she earned an all-star spot earlier in the evening. However, supporters were still disappointed by her poor shooting performance against the Aces. Many followers online wondered what was going on with Clark. I'm sorry, but Caitlin Clark sold out another road arena in Vegas, and once again disappeared in another fourth quarter. No offensive urgency or energy. Won't shoot. So many careless turnovers. Something's not right here. A fan wrote. Caitlin Clark is shooting 12/35 from the floor the last 3 games, 6/24 from 3. She hasn't had the juice on offense and it feels like she's settling for long threes instead of pushing to the rim where she's had more success. Caitlin Clark, November 6, 13. Terrible shooting day for her, but she was able to get others in position to score and played well on the boards. Another fan concluded with, Clark was unable to create a rhythm, but A'ja Wilson and Kelsey Plum did. Wilson scored 28 points and grabbed 9 rebounds on 13, 22 shooting, while Plum had a game-high 34 points on 55, 0 54ths, 5 85ths, 7 shooting. However, all of Indiana's 2024 WNBA All-Stars scored in double digits on Tuesday, led by Fever guard Kelsey Mitchell's 23 points and 5 three-pointers, tying a season best. Mitchell became the 19th player in WNBA history to hit 500 career field goals, while also pulling down 4 rebounds. Fever center Aaliyah Boston had her 6th double-double of the season on Tuesday night, with 18 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 blocked shot. Fever rookie guard Caitlin Clark also had a double-double, her 5th of the season, with 13 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal. Fever forward Nalissa Smith grabbed 14 rebounds, propelling her to 12th place on the Fever's all-time rebounding list, overtaking Erica Wheeler. Smith also had 5 points, an assist, and 1 block. Damiris Dantas, a Fever forward, also played her first minutes of the season with Indiana in the second quarter. Indiana led Las Vegas in paint points 38-32 and out-rebounded them 44-38. Although Indiana Fever lost, there was still a record crowd as Clark and her team remained extremely popular with the WNBA crowd. So, to meet ticket demand, the Aces shifted their game to a larger facility, this time T-Mobile facility, as has been customary when Clark visits town. The Aces typically sell out the Michelob Ultra Arena in Mandalay Bay, which seats roughly 12,000. On Tuesday night, 20,366 people gathered to witness Indiana versus Las Vegas. It was the 5th highest attendance in WNBA history and the biggest since 1999. After the Fever's 89-77 loss to the Seattle Storm on June 27th, Fever coach Christy Sides stated that Caitlin Clark needed to shoot at least 15 times every game, which she did not do against the Aces. She didn't make her first field goal until 2:24 remaining in the first half. She scored her first three-pointer with 4:10 left in the third quarter. But other than that, she was her normal balanced self, handing out 11 assists, including a nice behind-the-back pass in the lane that Aaliyah Boston scored on, and snagging 6 rebounds. She also nabbed a steal. Clark finished with 6 turnovers. But the biggest achievement of the day was the call-up for the All-Star squad. This made Caitlin Clark's Fever run high. But the WNBA rookie sensation was not only chosen an All-Star, but she even received the most votes of any player. Another achievement for the impressive rookie. Clark was the only player to break 700,000 votes by 735, while her Indiana Fever teammate Aaliyah Boston coming in second with 618,680. Las Vegas Aces standout A'ja Wilson, who garnered the most votes in the first round, finished third with 607,300. Clark was averaging 16.2 points and 6.9 assists per game as of Tuesday, the highest among rookies. She is third among all players in assists per game and 16th in points per contest. Clark will partner up with her rival Angel Reese, who recently set the league record for the most straight games with a double-double, 10. Reese leads the WNBA in rebounds per game, 11.8, and is one of just 4 players averaging a double-double this season. Although Clark recently dismissed any talk of a rivalry between the two, their matches are must-sees. It all started with the 2023 National Championship, when Reese, then of LSU, hit Clark, an Iowa Hawkeye at the time, with a "you can't see me" remark while pointing at her ring finger. Clark and Iowa got revenge during the March Madness tournament, and Clark now 2-1 versus Reese in their WNBA careers. Now, the two will share a locker room, a bench, and potentially even the court. Their past 2 games were the most viewed WNBA games in more than 20 years. Clark and Reese were the only 2 rookies named All-Stars. They will face the United States Olympic squad, which Clark was cut out of in a controversial decision. The Fever got off to a rough start, losing 10 of their first 13 games, but then won 4 consecutive before dropping 2 of the following 3. Clark has found a rhythm after scoring only 7 points on 3 for 11 shooting on June 13th. She has scored double digits in 6 straight games, a season best. She has also had 3 double-doubles in that time, and she has come dangerously close to a triple-double in a few of them. She has dropped 30 points twice this season, and has scored 20 or more in 7 games. Of course, the talk around Clark has gone much beyond what she performs on the court. Her incredible popularity has resulted in record ratings and attendance, leading to conjecture that her WNBA contemporaries are envious of her. Wilson even suggested that Clark's whiteness contributed to her appeal, and there have been additional slights directed at her, both directly and indirectly. Last week, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert dismissed the notion that she was targeted, stating that it seems that way owing to her celebrity, and that her treatment on the court is the same as everyone else. That's why she got selected for the All-Star game based on merit. And in this team, she'll get the opportunity to shine with the biggest stars. DeWanna Bonner and Brianna Jones of Connecticut, Alicia Gray of Atlanta, Derica Hamby of Los Angeles, Jonquel Jones of New York, Kayla McBride of Minnesota, Kelsey Mitchell of Indiana, Nneka Ogwumike of Seattle, and Arike Ogunbowale of Dallas will join the newcomers on the WNBA All-Star roster. Ogunbowale was named MVP of the 2021 All-Star Game, which followed the same structure as the U.S. squad versus a league All-Star team. The WNBA team won the game. The U.S. squad, which will compete for its 7th consecutive Olympic gold medal in Paris later this month, also includes Brittney Griner and Diana Taurasi. The 2 Phoenix players will have the opportunity to play in front of their home fans during the exhibition game. Taurasi will compete for a record 6th Olympic gold medal. 3 of Wilson's Las Vegas colleagues, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, and Jackie Young, are on the U.S. squad. Gray was on the Tokyo Olympic team, and Plum and Young both helped the Americans win the first 3-on-3 gold medal. Nafisa Collier and Jewel Lloyd are among the other returning athletes from the Tokyo Games. Along with Alyssa Thomas, Sabrina Ionescu, and Kalia Copper, the team will include several first-time Olympians. All 3 were on the American squad that won the World Cup in Australia in 2022. Every player picked for either the US or the WNBA is considered an All-Star, and Taurasi is making her 11th appearance in the event. She is presently ranked second only to Sue Bird for the majority of time. Bird was a 13-time All-Star. The league will have a 3-point challenge and skill competition the night before the All-Star game. The All-Star game will take place in Phoenix on July 20th. What are your thoughts on Clark missing out on the Olympics but being included for the All-Star game? Was it the right call to leave here at home for the Olympics? But is this a way of making things right with Clark, showing her that her season hasn't gone unnoticed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest WNBA news.